only I would cry over a sandwich. Every time I think about filming this video, I just remind myself how crazy I really am. Hey, what's up you guys? So, something happened, and I mean, it's no secret that a lot of people my age, 19, 20 years old, have struggled with anxiety at least once in their lifetime. I'm wearing this hoodie, and so I'm gonna keep pulling on it because I'm not used to anything being so close, but because I distance myself from everything. But I thought I would share a story because just like my rejection story, I really want to kind of make things lighthearted for things that people might be struggling with. And it's not to downplay it, it's not to make it into a joke, it's just that my way of dealing with basically anything that I feel can be too hard to deal with at times. I try and make a joke out of it, and I know some people might get mad at that, but some people cope that way. And since that's how I cope, that's why I'm going to tell you this story. And just as a little disclaimer, like, I'm not trying to downplay mental health, I'm not trying to downplay anxiety. I have anxiety, a lot of you guys watching this might have anxiety, and I don't want anyone to get offended. I live about 10 minutes away from where I go to school, and so I usually have a break, like a 3-hour break between my morning classes and then one afternoon class. And so what I do is, instead of staying on campus for 3 hours not really doing anything, what I decide to do is that I go get lunch and I go home and I just relax because, well, like, I need a break. I need a break in between that because I am a very social person, but at the same time, I really don't, like, I need a break to recharge my battery, if you will. I need to recharge my battery because if not, my anxiety is going to go through the roof, and I can't really be dealing with my anxiety and my depression during class, especially because it's math class. Like, I really need to focus on that. So I decided to go to Safeway, and I know that's so weird because it's a grocery store, but they have this like whole build your own sandwich type of thing. And so I went, and oh my god, I went to Safeway, I went to the sandwich part, and this lady, I was just like, hey, can I get a grilled chicken sandwich? And she was like, of course, let me like make everything for you, what kind of bread do you want? And so I got the bread, I got the topping, I got everything, and then she was like, at the very end, like the whole sandwich is made, all you need is the grilled chicken, and at the very end she's like, oh, I don't have grilled chicken. Why are you playing with my emotions? So I was just about to cry in front of this poor woman whose only job is to make sandwiches. She's not there to be my therapist, guys. She's not there for it. She was there to make sandwiches. And I look at her, and I said, you don't have any grilled chicken? Do you have any sliced chicken? And like, my voice is like shaking. I'm about to cry in front of this poor woman. And she looks at me and she's like, no, I don't have any. And I'm like, could you check? Could you check if you have any chicken? And at this point, like, I'm not crying anymore. I'm furious. Not at her. I'm not yelling at her. I'm not. And I'm not trying to hurry her along. I'm just like, could you please check? And so she goes checking around, and she's like, oh no, I don't have anything that's similar to grilled chicken, but would you like chicken tenders? And I'm like, oh, like grilled chicken tenders? Like, is that a thing? And she's like, no, fried chicken tenders. And I'm like, that's not the same! That's not the same! That is not the same thing! I am freaking out in my head. I'm not yelling at this poor woman. Bear in mind, I'm not yelling at her. I'm just like... And I literally just start crying in front of this poor woman who is not there to be my therapist. She's not paid enough to be people's therapist on their lunch break. She's not. So then I look at the woman behind me, and I'm like laughing, but I'm also crying at the same time, and so I just look like a psychopath to this woman, and I'm just like, there's no grilled chicken, and she looks at me like, but she's like, this girl is about to throw all the chips on the floor and just start having a full mental breakdown over a sandwich. What threw me, I was fine, I was gonna leave, I was on my way out, but what hit me was the fact that this woman just had a fully prepared sandwich and threw it in the garbage. Like, once I'm outside and I'm like alone in my car, I just start like crying, like full, someone just told me something horrible, like a tragedy, like crying over not getting a grilled chicken sandwich. Like, this is what my anxiety does to me. Like, it's not the first time. The first time this happened to me, I was in college. It was my first semester of college, and I go to the cafeteria, and there's no Diet Coke, and like, I try not to drink soda now, but at this time, I was drinking a soda like every day, and it was always a diet one. And they did not have any Diet Coke because the cafeteria is like sponsored by Pepsi, and so they had plenty of Diet Pepsi and plenty of Diet anything else that whatever the hell Pepsi does, but not a Diet Coke. And so I literally was just searching through all the cans, crying, and someone asked me like, do you need any help? And I'm like, no, I need a Diet Coke. So I was just like, I'm getting McDonald's. Just like in my best friend tag, you guys know that McDonald's is like my thing. I'm gonna get McDonald's, I'm gonna get a soda, I'm gonna get a Diet Coke. And I'm like driving, and the person in front of me is like so slow, and I'm like so close to honking that it's no one else's fault in the world that I'm having a mental breakdown except my own. It is no one else's fault in the world except my own. To like calm myself down, because this woman at the drive-thru was not gonna understand. Can I please have a chicken McNugget and some fries? Like, she wasn't gonna understand that, and it's also not her job to be my therapist on my lunch break. It's just not. No one is getting paid enough except my actual therapist to be my therapist. You know what I mean? So I'm calming myself down, I'm breathing, and I get up to the drive-thru, and you know, like, hi, welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you? And I'm just like, hi, can I please get the chicken McNugget meal with the Diet Coke, but with light ice, please? So there you go, I don't even know what to call this. Is this a story time? My story time on having one of my many public breakdowns because of my anxiety. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to make fun of anxiety attacks. I think a lot of people have a different meaning for panic attacks and anxiety attacks, but for me, an anxiety attack for me is much more, like, I can handle it more than a panic attack. I'm just trying to make someone, at least one person, laugh about, you know, something that can be really hard for some people to deal with, because it's really hard for me to deal with. I just want to make someone laugh the way I laugh at these struggles, because honestly, when you're going through an anxiety attack or a panic attack, it can be really scary at the time, but then, just like everything else in life, I learn to laugh at it. You can laugh at it too if you want to, and some people just, you know, decide to deal with it in different ways. I have a really supportive group, I have really supportive friends, I have a really supportive family, and, you know, they taught me to just laugh at it, and so I wanted you guys to laugh at it too, even a little bit. So, yeah. Personally, I think that the best thing that you can do is just laugh at something. Maybe not in the moment. Maybe in the moment you're just too stressed out over not having lunch, but, you know, later on, you can learn to laugh. So please like and subscribe, you know, all the YouTuber things, and share this video with someone that you think might benefit to hear a funny story about an anxiety attack, because, you know, not most anxiety attacks can be funny like mine over a sandwich. So please share, you know, tell your friends, subscribe, don't have an outro yet. Bye, babes!